Good evening everyone and welcome back into 2021, a new year, and here we are back on a Tuesday night with the Aus Pro-Am Sim Series. I'm Stuart Brown coming to you live from Oran Park. That is absolutely impossible, but thank goodness they got this track on to iRacing. We're here tonight for the third and final of our challenge rounds, wildcard rounds is what they've called them. And looking for a potential amateur driver to move up into the pro ranks for the Australasian leg of this World Tour. It's the third leg, it's the final leg, and it is going to bring us our second champion of the Aus Pro-Am Sim Series. What have they done for us here tonight? We've got the Audi 90 up. These things are wild, they are woolly, and they are a handful. A turbo Audi Quattro, ready to battle Oran Park, and a little disappointingly we've only got 6 drivers. I was looking forward to a pack of 10 or 12, that's enough here at Oran Park, quite a tight, tricky circuit. Looking to see who would battle it out to get themselves potentially up into that pro slot that is available, but not to be, of course, this time of year. Probably not all that surprising, unfortunately, with the unofficial last week of the holiday season upon us, as we're just on board with Matty Carleone there, getting a little bit enthusiastic in the Tide liveried Audi. So the story is, we do have Matty Carleone, we've got Sam Lehman on board, Hayden Jackson, Simon Larder, Dylan Bennett and Brady Buchanan at this point in time. There's still just under 7 minutes to go in practice, so you never know who might make a late appearance. If you are out there watching, jump in guys, get on board. These things are great to drive around here, and it'll be a good race. We've got a slightly changed format for you tonight with 2 20-minute races. Obviously a very full lap around here at Oran Park. There is basically no break for the drivers whatsoever, and we're looking at 2 20-lap, effectively 20-lap sprint races. Fuel stops will be required, about 2.5 litres a lap or so in these cars, and the fuel limits have been set so that pit stops will be required. Second race should be a reverse grid, albeit with 6 cars on the grid at this point in time. That's not going to mean a hell of a lot. And for those of you joining who aren't familiar with this famous Australian track, this now is unfortunately succumbed to urban sprawl and is now a very flourishing housing development instead of this fantastic racetrack that we all wish we were still enjoying. However, scanned by iRacing in time, and fortunately a track that we can still enjoy in the sim world. So, and from those who have raced, and I was never fortunate enough to get to Oran Park before it closed and race on it, but for those who have, they say it is extremely accurate in terms of the bumps, the graffiti on the walls, all of the little intricacies of each track captured at Oran Park. There are a couple of different layouts here. You can see the alternative layouts there to try and make things a little bit different. And there is a go-kart track just on the inside there as well, as we're just watching Sam Lehman. A little bit of air there going up over the bridge. But they are not available options on iRacing. We're stuck with the traditional layout, which is plenty. It is a great place to race. You wouldn't think so, looking at the size of the track, but really challenging for the drivers, particularly the bumps, and hard to find places to pass. You've got to be very, very brave to make a pass down into turn 1. One of the, or what was probably one of the fastest turns in Australian motorsport. Most of the cars will be flat out through there. We might even just jump on board with Sam Lehman. So just a pit exit there. Turns the car in, gets it pulled up nicely. So the Audi 90 being a little bit outdated technology-wise. Oh, he's getting all crossed up there, but the benefit of the all-wheel drive helping him out. He's just sliding this one around as we've jumped on board with him there. Apple Computers livery. He's even decided to take the extended option of track. So where to from here? We do have a 10-minute open qualifying session following this one. And then we'll get into the first of our 2 races tonight. So it is only going to be a short stream for our first stream back for 2021. Hope you enjoyed your holiday season. I know I certainly did. Away from the mic for a few weeks, which is nice. Boys gave me the last Tuesday night off, so I was able to spend some time with the family. And we've got a full run up to Easter coming up. The series concludes itself on the 5th of February, but following on from that, we get right into the year. It's stuck right in, so some stuff coming in about that in the coming weeks. Didn't quite get everything done we wanted to get done on the holidays, so I haven't seen too much from us, but we are working to get that done. We've got 2:47 to go here. Look, at this stage like we're going to have many others turn up, which is unfortunate, but most probably still enjoying the holidays. This is probably one of the trickiest corners to master here. You've got to get the car stopped and turned in. See there on the track map on the right hand side of the screen, quite a bit of a turn back, but it's nice and quickly approaching there. If you get it wrong, you will end up in the wall. There is no runoff, or basically no runoff there, so the challenge for these guys is going to be on at that first lap. Cold tyres, trying to get the car down in turned, not lose position. It's definitely where their focus will be on that first lap. You brave through here, it's unsighted over the top there. So there's a little tree off in the distance that you sort of aim and shoot for and hope for the best. Hopefully no one's there on the other side down the bottom having made a mistake and again run wide into the wall. It's of course a track that does penalise you, being a inner city, or a suburban track I should say. Kind of like Sandown, there's not a lot of runoff room anywhere, and you're greeted by some reasonably solid walls on the other side of the gravel traps. So if you are in the chat tonight, do drop by, say hello, let us know you're there. We were doing some testing at work the other day and I can tell you our new internet connection is an absolute stinger. So we're going to be able to broadcast in 4K starting from next week perhaps, hopefully. Got to finalise a few things there, but anyway, just waiting for the clock to tick over. Conclude this official practice session and we'll get stuck into qualifying. The flag does wave, so it will just be the 6 runners tonight. So good chance for someone here to get themselves moved up from amateur to pro. So it is an open qualifying session, so all the cars will be on track at the same time. I do like it when they run them as an open session. Replicates what actually happens, of course, other than in Australian motorsport anyway that I'm aware of, other than the Bathurst 1000 Top 10 shootout. You do not get to qualify solo, so keeps the realism there, which is obviously what we're trying to emulate here. There's that corner there. It's going to catch a number of drivers out, you suspect. Sam Lehman getting turned in there, so this has the base to be a good lap. Obviously there's plenty to go, and I've given him the mockers. He's going to go. He's done a huge drift for us there. It's going to be great for the lap time, but certainly good viewing. That was fantastic. What a pokey car. And unfortunately this lap will not count. Audi probably could run, probably couldn't run sports sedan in Australia, but it'd be close to it in terms of its build. So at the moment, no one having put in a registered lap. Easy place to get off tracks as well here, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. Thanks for the tip, Brad. If you had a good Christmas and stuff, obviously see you out and about again this year. So still waiting for someone to put in a lap without error here. Sam Lehman's going to get the first in, I believe he does, at a 104.68. So not too shabby. They were doing practice times down in the 103, so he'll think he can improve on that, I am sure. And Simon Larter will be the next to come through. He equally has done a clean lap there, so a high 104.95. Waiting for Matty Cantaleone here to finish his first flying lap. He'll be the next one through. So it should be a reasonably good first lap as well. Yeah, 104.05, so go straight to the top of the charts. Fantastic through there. Getting the car pulled up and turned in. Hayden Jackson's just started his first flying lap. We've got Dylan Bennett who'll be next across the line. There's a big slide there from Cardo. He's done enough at the moment to get provisional pole. Just over 5 minutes to go in the qualifying session for the first 20-minute race. Which will effectively be a 20-lap race. So they probably won't get that far. There'll be a pit stop involved with the fuel limitations, I believe. So probably expect a sort of 16 to 17 lap race. It's getting real wild there. Dylan not yet registering a lap, but he has got that one back under control and not wrecked it. Matty's just gone quicker again in the first, third and fourth sectors. I don't believe there's 5 sectors, but perhaps there are. And he will go across the line and improve on his... Oh, he hasn't. He's obviously had an off there. Yeah, in the second sector, so it's cost him a little bit of time. Sam Lehman still in second. Brady Buchanan in third, just slightly behind him. In fact, identical times to Buchanan and Larter. Second board here with Cantaleone, who's done a rapid first section. Larter moves up into second with a 104.3. He's done a gold FM for his lap. And just shy there, Cantaleone as well. He's still in the pole position at the moment though, so he won't be too fast. Don't think so. We've got Lata. He's going around again. At this stage, no improvement on his prior lap. He's been reasonably consistent over season 2, has Lata. He's led for a little while in a few of the races. Certainly improved. He's got a little bit loose there. Easy enough to do. That late turn in, get on the gas. Can you address the gap to Matty Cartaleone? No, that lap time not counting there, so still is Cartaleone in the lead. This one may be better, a couple of purple sectors. And yes, he has dipped well into the 103s, 103.67. I figure at this stage that will put him on pole for race 1. This race 2 being a reverse grid as well. He's got real loose through there, and new card looking not so new anymore. He'll be able to put the car away for now. 2 minutes to go. Unlikely that he'll be challenged for pole position. We'll stick on board here with Lata, who is trying to get the job done. Sam Lehman behind him. Just slightly slower than his best, 104.43. So, let's see what Sam Lehman can do here on this lap. Moment, just 2 sectors down. Actually, no improvement. A minute to go. We will not get another lap, full lap in. This will be all she wrote. I'll be able to move his position up into second. And the front row is only 5 1/1000ths off Simon Lata. That lap there, and he does a 104.3 exact. So the margin between the two, you can see it there, is 7 1/1000ths between Lata and Lehman for the pole, for the front row on the grid. Wow, some really good avoiding done by whoever that was. It might have been Dylan Bennett. It was indeed Dylan Bennett. Just caught the tail end of Sam Lehman's episode. But that will conclude qualifying here for Aus Pro-Am. So we're going to have cars jumping on the grid, a very short run up here. Obviously being such a small track. In fact, we're having a stationary start here. I didn't pick that up on the setup for tonight. So this will be very interesting to see how these cars get off the line. Quickly bring the grid up for you now, so you can have a look at it. There it is. We've got Matty Cartaleone off pole with Simon Lata on the front row. Sam Lehman, Brady Buchanan, row 2, and Hayden Jackson, Dylan Bennett, row 3, to round out the grid for tonight. So I'm just waiting for the other drivers to get themselves sorted out. In fact, Dylan Bennett now is there, so we're going to go green in a moment. Ready, steady. And we're going to be off and running, and there we go. And it's a ripping start from Matty Cartaleone there. Got a big jump on everyone. And off we go down into turn one. Look out. Let's see if everyone can get through here. Get the cars stopped and turned in. No, in fact, we've got synchronized spinning. And in fact there, who is that who's gone through into the lead? Sam Lehman. Managing to get himself through and done. It was a good pirouette of a start. And that has not been good for them to get their race underway. Who was that? It was Carleone Buchanan. I think it might have been Lada and Hayden Jackson who were the ones that went off at the start there. Matty's ejected. He's gone straight back into pit lane. He's getting the tow. That's not going to help. Just got the big slide on there though, and it is Sam Lehman who took the benefit of everyone else being a little keen. Yeah, it's the track, of course, conducive to that on turn one on cold tyres. I thought they might have been able to avoid a bit of damage, maybe be a little bit conservative going into turn one, just to make sure that they all got through, but not to be. Let's see a little bit more from them during race two, but Sam Lehman taking the advantage. He did get through cleanly, and now in the lead by 3 seconds over Hayden Jackson. Just coming through now. Simon Lata involved a little bit in that slide, but he's now back up into third, having started in second. Dylan Bennett just a little bit early there on the turn-in, but he's managed to get it pulled up in fourth. And then Brady Buchanan with a little bit of damage to that Audi. And he is in fifth with Matty Carleone in pit lane. And he's back out now after the tow and the repair. And off and running. The exit from pit lane here can be quite challenging because you do come out there on that far side of the track. Oh, and he's done it again. He's gone straight on. He will not be happy with that. So we'll jump off Matty there. Jump back on board with race leader Sam Lehman. In the twilight here. That doesn't mean we're going to end up in the dark. I don't know that there's any actual... certainly no lights at Oran Park. I'm not sure about the headlights working on these Audis though. That could make for some interesting running a little later on. go, that's your minute 4 around here. In fact, a minute 4:55 last time around. So reasonably pacey. You can see it is a full lap. Simon Marta still got that damage on the front there. He will have to pull in at some stage, but so at this stage we're looking to make sure he makes his way around. Some damage early on lap 1. Only quick races here, so we're in for a closer one in race 2. Addy's put the Q in the rack. Ready to be Buchanan with, excuse me, with the Jägermeister livery. Just taking a little bit of liberty there. That's part of the track that you don't necessarily pay for as a driver. Sam's now got a reasonably comfortable gap here at the front. He's 12 seconds up on Simon. Pit lane transit time here around about 40 seconds or so. It's without a full stop though, so Little run wide there from Sam Lehman. Nothing too much to worry about though. Dylan Bennett up into third. Lata still in fourth. Hayden Jackson in fifth with a little bit of damage to the front of that Audi as well. Brady Buchanan currently in fifth, and Matty Carleone's parked that one up. Heading multiple laps down. Thanks, Luke. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Just got 5 minutes to go here. On iRacing, you haven't had a crack. The Audi 90. Good thing to get on board. Matty Carleone's just jumped into the chat there and confirmed that there's no more repairs. He's dead. So I don't know if that means that he'll be back for race 2 or not. I hope so. Oh, there's been a big crash there. Looked like that might have been Brady Buchanan. He just went straight ahead. We've got pit stops here happening now. So Dylan Bennett heading in. It was Brady Buchanan who just missed the turn there. Sam Lehman's going to probably tie this one up, I think. Without too many difficulties. Oh wow, yeah, no, that is a well and truly second-hand Audi there. So we've got Buchanan, Bennett, and as you know, Matty Carleone in the pit. Brady Buchanan's on his way out. Simon Larter on his way out. That Audi should be freshly repaired, repainted in pit lane. No, actually, that hasn't happened. Sam's got out just in front of Larder here, about 2 seconds. So we'll get through for one more lap. Sam Lehman will take out the win here. Simon Larder's going to take out second place, even though he's just 2.8 seconds behind Sam Lehman. He is well over a lap up on Brady Buchanan. He'll take home third at this stage. Albeit the gap here is quite tight between Buchanan and Hayden Jackson. Under a second, you can see that there, just Jackson just behind him. This is for position. These guys will do one more lap. Some a few old slide there. Oh, and he's clipped the wall as well as Hayden Jackson. It's going to make it a little more difficult for him to get it done. Oh no, and there's a big slide there for Brady. Oh, that sent Hayden off as well. So that's unfortunate for Hayden Jackson. Does mean we can jump on board, however, with Sam Lehman. He's going to get the job done here in race 1 of the wildcard round. Take the win. That's his first win actually in the Aus Pro-Am Sim Series. So congratulations to Sam for his race 1 victory. Followed by Simon Larter. And it will be Brady Buchanan who makes his way around, who will finish in third. So on a big drift to celebrate that one. And off he goes down into the caravan park. So there will be a 10-minute practice session here. Jump on board with Matty Cartaglione. I'll just return in a few moments. Alrighty, we're back for race 2 here. 20 minutes reverse grid. So that does mean that Matty Carleone will be on pole position again. His incident-packed first race. So we'll be looking to get a clean one out of the way here early. Thanks very much for the like there, Dwayne. So we'll follow here again, see if we can capture a bit more of this one. Brady Buchanan's still missing from the grid. And the last driver to jump in shortly, hopefully. Get this one underway. There he is there. He did finish third in our last race. We're about to get underway here. Waiting for the lights to go green. 20 minutes pit stop will be required just at the tail end, and off we go. Off and running. A cracking start from Hayden Jackson. He's going to get the lead here from Matty Carleone. He's got to get that thing pulled up and turned in, down into turn 1. On the brakes early. Cold tyres here. Looking to get through clean. Oh, there's a bump there from Carleone. That is not going to make Hayden Jackson laugh, that is for sure. But Simon Larder here up into the lead of the race. Brady Buchanan second, Dylan Bennett third, Sam Lehman in fourth, Matty Carleone there in fifth, and Hayden Jackson now in sixth position. Dylan Bennett has jumped into pit lane. Sam Lehman already up into fourth, Carleone here third. Got Brady Buchanan in second place, and it will be Simon Larter who's going to lead us through lap 1. And he'll be looking to cut it and run this race. Front of Larder's 90 here. Up over the bridge. A little wide there. Car turned in early here. Grab some of that apron. Oh, a little bit tricky there. Nice and close. Something to test your confidence in the brakes there. You can see Brady Buchanan is coming up behind him. To the back of the car there, just jumps out a little bit. Just come over the bridge. It's all about maximising track width here. Oran Park meant to use all those aprons. Squirmy under brakes there. Still managing to get the job done though. So Larder is 2 seconds in the good over Brady Buchanan. So Dylan Bennett's made it back out onto track. Sam Lehman down in fourth, making his way back up through the field. Matty Carleone, fastest man on the track, 103.64 last time around. And he's gaining on Brady Buchanan. Thanks for the like there, Raju. Hope you are doing well, wherever you're watching from. You see that it does keep flashing up on the screen that Matty Carleone is jumping into pit lane. The trigger for pit lane entry is just on the exit of the final turn. So if you use all of the track, you'll see that will happen. Having said that, Sam Lehman is in pit lane, so he will make it to the end with fuel. About 5 minutes was the window. So he's going to fuel that up and run it to the end. Matty Carleone there off track. It's like it sort of worked in his favour a bit there, as much as going off track can. As I said, it is Simon Lata who is leading this one to a good second place in the last race. And he'll be pretty happy with that. This will mean that he will go up, I believe, into the pro level for the Australasian League. Matty Carleone again just gets his exit right. That's why it's flashed up with that pit lane notification. Things gradually start to build up here on the channel. Once again, we get the year underway. Stage of proceedings. Always he's run deep under brakes there. 13 minutes to go. Just needs to hold on here. He's got a good enough gap. Matty Carleone coming after him though. Now just 2.7 seconds. In fact, you can see him back there in the distance. Both drivers still need to do their compulsory stops. They'll do those with about 5 minutes to go. Dylan Bennett back in pit lane. There actually didn't see. Oh, he did actually have an off track just slightly before that as well, so maybe going in for some repairs. So it's getting pretty dull out there for the drivers. So no lights in these cars. Let's jump inside and see what it looks like from in the cab with Lada. He's going to come under pressure very shortly from Carleone. Or Carto, as he is known. So he just has to keep doing what he's doing. It isn't the easiest track to get past. So he may be able to defend his way to a win here. There's 11 minutes to go, so I'm going to say with a pit stop here, about 10 laps left. So just needs to keep defending, trying to get it done. There's about a second here between Carleone. You can see him there in the distance. Catching up is one thing. Oh, he's gone real deep under brakes ladder there. That's going to affect him. Maybe just seeing Leone there deciding he needs to go a little bit deeper. He wants to change anything, so it's hard here. There's only really 2 good passing opportunities. Just to make sure he hits the apexes, gets the car in the right position. So we're coming up to those passing opportunities now. Into the braking zone, onto the main straight is one place where you can set up a pass. And the next one, of course, is down into turn 1. They're the 2 easiest places to try and set something up. Just have to be careful. He doesn't allow the switch back down here. If he gets down the inside, around the outside of that corner, Carter could set him up for the next turn. Not to beat. So now he can just defend his way up over the bridge. Doesn't have to do anything too rash here. It's all on Carter Leone to make the pass. He'll be trying to do it, I imagine, down onto the main straight. We're using the draft. Both drivers there. Probably use... Oh, Carter Leone's off! He's managed to pull it up. They both use a heck of a lot of curb. And that's going to affect his ability to try and do anything down into turn 1 now. And another lap through. Lada, another lap in the lead. He's just not going to be able to get it done there. He's too far back. So again, can Lata defend his way here? Another thing they've got to look at is Sam Lehman and his changeover. He's already pitted through to the end. These guys will probably need to pit within the next 3 laps or so. Carter Leone probably, if he can't get it done, best to pit and then try and get the undercut done. The faster lap times at the moment. Lada having done a 1:03.77. It's a cracking lap. And it's just slightly slower than the fastest lap of the race, 1:03.20 by Matty Carter Leone. So Carter Leone getting a good run onto the straight here. But with lap times that similar, it's going to be real tough for him to do anything. He's getting the draft, obviously. But he's not going to be able to get up far enough to really challenge there. He's really relying on Lata making a mistake into the braking zone. He's driving exceptionally well. Very lucky they didn't do the 45-minute race they had anticipated doing on this reverse grid section. Otherwise the drivers would have been driving around in the dark with no lights on. Leone there just shortens the corner. He's right up behind him. He's doing well, ever so well, to avoid him. He went off track there again, and that's cost him. In fact, he spun. He has spun, so he should really now, if he can, duck into pit lane, get the pit stop out of the way. And that has released the pressure. Carter Leone does just that. He's jumped into pit lane. So that's released the pressure on Lata. Brady Buchanan's behind him, 8.5 seconds, but he is yet to pit as well. Oh, and he's run deep himself, so a few mistakes starting to happen now. I can't help but think that some of that's got to do with the fact they're probably starting to struggle to see. You can see there, the track's very dull indeed. Making it much harder for the drivers to see their brake markers. Oh, he's run out of fuel. He is out of fuel. He's going to have to try and limp this thing back to pit lane. Just managed to get it fired up again. think he's just cruising on the clutch. He knows. And he's going to get into pit lane. No, he's not. He's fuel saving. Very interesting tactic there from Lada. Very interesting tactic. He will not make it to the end on 1 tank of fuel. And at this stage, 52 seconds, the gap to Sam Lehman. He did a 40-second stop. But equally, in that 40-second stop, he would not have had to take a full tank of fuel. In fact, only just a splash and dash. So 40 seconds around about the gap we're looking for. Sam Lehman, 49 seconds behind, and absolutely smashing the time out of this lead. It's a very interesting strategy from Lada. Guess he's hoping to make it to 5 minutes left that he needs to make sure he can. Just short fuel to the end. You can hear him there though, just cruising along. And once again, he's going to go around. So he's certainly going to get more out of a tank of fuel than any other driver has. 13 laps for Brady Buchanan. This now Lata's 15th lap. Surely he cannot make it on without a stop. There's no compulsory stops. They've just set the fuel level at such a way that it shouldn't be possible to do a 20-minute stint without a pit stop. You can hear how much he's fuel saving though. Thing is, he could have got through pit lane. It's a big gamble now because Brady Buchanan only 44 behind him, and the full pit lane that he's going to have to do is a 44.5. So he's got to run with the strategy now. He has to run this strategy to the end of the race. So he's either going to be a hero or a villain. He's got enough gap. He's got 41 seconds of fuel he can save. Probably around about 30 seconds of fuel he can save. He won't want to do any more than that. Remembering this is a time certain lap. His last lap around, a 1:08.14. Fastest man on the track last time around. Actually, Matty Cartaglione was a 1:04.44. He's now a lap down, so he must have had to serve a penalty there. His pit stop was a minute 26. You can hear huge amounts of fuel saving. Basically, clutch in just about every corner. Hope he hasn't decided he's not going to make it, because otherwise he's going to lose the lead of the race. 2 minutes 27 to go, so there will be 3 laps left. And he can really fuel save from here. Short shift everywhere, clutch in as much as he wants, because he's got 39 seconds over Brady Buchanan. This will be one of the great fuel-saving efforts if he gets it done. I can tell you now, it's getting even difficult for us to see the cars, let alone for the drivers to see where they're going. That is the view out of the cockpit. Thanks for the like, darling. I hope you're enjoying the caravan. So in a minute 24 here. Said he's going to get 2 more laps in. He actually really wants to do a long lap here. He's thinking about it. He wants to do a lap that's a good, solid minute 20. So this is the last lap, and it will bring him victory. Extraordinary effort. Not thinking though, I don't think. Needs to make sure he does not cross the line before that timer clicks 0, otherwise he's definitely going to have to do another lap. Can't believe he can even see where he's going. I certainly can't see where he's going, so we'll jump back out to this view. And he's not thinking about it. He's got 38 seconds gap to the car behind him. He could literally stop the car. There's only 33 seconds to go. Instead he's going to do another lap. Needs to let whoever this is through. Just slow it right down here to the longest length of the race, the longest, slowest pit lane ever, but he's not done that. So this will be the last lap of the race. He's going to get there with no fuel, so that's certainly not what was planned. He's now run out of fuel. So he just needed to do what we told him to do, but it looks like he's run too far. And the strategy almost paid off. But he is definitely out of fuel. Bad luck, it was a good roll of the dice, but it's meant that this man, Brady Buchanan's going to run home and steal the win. As Lata stops on the track. And that is an absolute shame. It was nearly a great win. Just needs that strategy in his corner. It's going to elevate Sam Lehman up into second. He pitted on lap 4. Marty Carleone is going to bring home third place. Is Brady Buchanan now fuel saving? Surely not. No, he's just, I think, just making sure he's going to get home. He did pit on lap 13, so he should be fine. Surely not. He too is out of fuel, so Sam Lehman is doing the Bradbury. Everyone else is running out of fuel, and Sam's come flying through, having pit early, and he's got the job done. So Sam Lehman taking out the double from basically nowhere, and that is the end of that. So has Brady Buchanan managed to get it across the line? Yep, he has. And now we've got the mandatory Destruction Derby after the race. So there's only 6 cars on the track, but we ended up having 4 different race leaders, and that was all within the last few laps of the race. So definitely a good run there from Simon Larter to try and get the job done, as Sam cops another one. Not quite able to manage the fuel all the way to the end. He'll be devastated that he didn't get that done. It's going to be the coup. But not able to make it happen. So just while we can, I'll just bring up the standings for things as they are. So obviously this being the final leg now as we enter Australasia, and it is Josh Perwin who's leading things at the moment, an amateur driver currently at the top of things as they stand. Luke Bergen second, and as I said, Simon Larter, there he is there as well, third currently on the standings. Matty Carleone in 4th, Sam Lehman in 5th. So plenty to play for in the standings as they are. And Josh Perwin has got a decent gap over Luke Bergen, so around about 400 points there. And Simon Larter around about 700 points behind Luke Bergen. So, but close between himself and Matty Carleone. Sam Lehman, so there's going to be a battle on there as well. as things resume. So we've got Oran Park out the way. We head to Suzuka next week, the Suzuka Grand Prix circuit, followed by Okayama, which is going to be a tight battle, that one. Off then to Phillip Island, and conclude on the 2nd of February at Mount Panorama. Where else could we conclude this great series? That is an endurance round as well. So that's the lie of the land for Australasia as we head towards the tail end of seems like a series that only started last week, to be brutally honest. But looking forward to Suzuka next week. So we will be back live on the air next week, next Tuesday, for that round. I'm just going to jump in with the final. Got the
really
guys
tossing up between going to 9-point-something leaders that I went
G'day,
7-point-something. So lucky I didn't.
Hold on.
No, you're right. I can't believe Simon nearly pulled off the win of the century there. He, all he needed to do was to he just needed to slow down on the last lap, and he would have made it, but wasn't to be. So, but nonetheless, Sam doing a Bradbury.
Lucky.
I was driving so slow on that last lap.
Done the Bradbury and come through for the double victory there with the first race and the reverse grid race. So congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Stu. It was crazy. Just that last lap, and what a weird race. And to overtake Brady at the last corner there, I thought he was nearly going to make it because I was trying to save fuel as well. It's crazy.
Sucked.
Not to mention basically driving in the dark.
I set the sessions up, and it's really weird. Some of the Northern Hemisphere races, if you say finish at sunset, it's still like light for another half hour. But it seems to be the Southern Hemisphere races, it's dark at sunset. So anyway, that was another challenge. It was interesting.
No, yeah, absolutely, and it's can only happen at of course at Oran Park, and Brady just managing to get home for second place. We thought you were just saving fuel. We didn't realise you'd run out until we jumped on board and heard you trying to kickstart it. So
Yeah, just coming around the last lap, and it's like, yep, I've got 0.8 of a lap of fuel left. I'm like, oh, got to start saving. Got to like halfway through it, and it's like, I got 0.2 of a lap, 0.2 of a litre basically left. Stick it in, put the clutch in, and just roll it the whole way around.
So just not quite enough.
Yeah.
I think everyone probably just struggled because of that extra lap, including Simon. So, look, still finishing second, not a bad result.
Yep. Yeah, I got nothing. Yeah, that was good.
He's shocked.
Good fun.
He's
Yeah,
shocked.
I know. I can hear it. I can hear it in his voice. And obviously, Cardo, you decided to do some synchronised spinning at the start of race 1. Messages about things not repairing themselves and a whole heap of stuff. But race 2, faring a little bit better.
Worse.
Oh, it wasn't quite as bad. Wasn't
quite as bad. Race 1. Well, I think the entire field may have run off the track at T2. But
not Sam.
I
Sam
did.
just carried on.
Sam just killed it and kept going. But I don't know. I was a bit too ambitious, and then but my front left wheel fell off, I think, and it just didn't repair. So I took a fast repair, and then I drove out of the pits, and it was still
not good.
And then it came back again, fast repaired, nothing. I was like, oh, I'll sit this one out, have a better one next one. And then I killed poor Hayden, and it was just a disaster. But it was good. It's kind of good after a season of competitiveness to just sort of like slow down and have a bit of a laugh with the boys, which is always good.
Hayden got a blistering start.
He did. I thought I got a great start.
Simon
and
got a good start.
Both Hayden and Simon got a good start.
They both did. Hayden must have had full boost on. He just turn up.
That's how I started too, because if you hold the throttle down a little longer, it boosts up to, I think, 26 pounds or something, or whatever it was. But I wasn't planning on hitting Hayden. I just No,
just a struggle. It's always a struggle down into
ran out of talent.
Into turn 1. It's one of the thrills of the track is watching turn 1.
Just these cars as well. The cars under the brakes.
Yeah, they are a little bit. So, but I mean, they're an awesome piece of gear.
One.
I was looking forward to this one all season. It's a pity we didn't get more in. It would have been even more chaotic. but hopefully make a reappearance on the calendar for next season.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, hopefully, maybe with something just as wild. Who knows?
Yeah, we've started talking about our wildcard races for next season and what they might be, and yeah, obviously nothing locked in yet, but I think we've got some fun ideas, so should be good.
Well, I certainly think from our perspective, definitely Watkins Glen with the 87s, and this has to stay if we can. If you haven't got anything more crazy than that, but they've both been fantastic races, particularly as you say, Matty. They're good because they're a bit of fun as well to break up, the seriousness of the sprint rounds and the enduros. So I think that's about it. Anyway, the last bit, of course. Sam, give yourself a shout out.
So sponsors, 93 PC.
Yep, beautiful. Should give yourself a little bit of a run as well.
How do you mean myself?
93 PC. What do you do? It's your business.
Oh, yeah, it's my business. I build PCs for people. So gaming PCs and that sort of stuff. If you need advice or anything like that, jump on 93 PC.
Have you been inundated with requests for 3080s for people to not improve their VR yet, or?
Oh, the hard part's getting 3080s still. They are unbelievably hard to get hands on.
Yeah.
But 3070s are a bit easier. 3090s are actually a bit easier, but 3080s are crazy.
All right, fair enough. Well, hopefully that'll all change, but who knows?
Fingers crossed.
Brady, what about yourself, mate?
I got nothing.
Nothing.
Just me.
Just you. Just the world of Brady. No dramas.
Yeah, precisely.
I did enjoy the Jägermeister delivery as well. Good choice.
Yeah. I just saw it and I was like, oh, this one looks nice. I might run it.
No, well, it's good of them to jump on board with you for the round anyway.
Yeah, even if they haven't supplied me with any.
No, not yet. No, it all sold out at Christmas. And Cardo, you, mate?
Oh, I'm going to thank Brady.
For
why?
Running.
Who knows? I'm giving Brady a plug.
Fair enough.
Just want to thank my sponsors and thank Brady.
Yep.
Brady.
While we're on here, and Cardo and I have actually managed to make it to a podium for a change, we should just thank our series sponsors, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
HJ Plant Repairs, Simon Ferguson Group Media. Amazing to have you guys on board to help us run the series. It's really awesome.
Yeah, no dramas at all. You guys do a good job.
It's been great.
Cool. Well, next week we're off to Suzuka. That is going to be interesting as well. Of course, another track with a bridge.
Yes.
And going to see how everyone goes. I'm assuming we are sticking with the GT3s.
Yes, the GTEs remain.
GTEs, my apologies. Yep.
You're right. That'll be the car carrying through for now, and it's. I think the GTEs have certainly reinvigorated the racing. They were the GT1s were awesome fun, but the GTEs, everyone just knows the GTEs a little bit better, so it's a little bit easier to just pick up and race rather than having to do some practice like you really had to with the GT1s.
Particularly with it being fixed as well, it keeps that ease for people that I think they enjoy about the series.
Yes, yep. Nice and easy just to pick up and run. So, how we like it.
Beautiful. Well,
thanks, Simon.
As usual, we will see you 7:40 next week. We'll be here, and looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thanks, Simon.
Thanks, guys.
Lovely, mate. Thank you, and have a great week.
You too.
Good.
So as usual, that brings our coverage to an end for today, and it's good to be back, and good finish to that second race there as well. So, as I said, a little light on to start off with, but just easing ourselves back into the year. We do have Ann's car coming up with the Truck Series on Monday nights at some stage soon. I believe that's actually going to be within the next 2 weeks. Just waiting for confirmation on that. And of course, this series will continue towards its climax at Bathurst with the Enduro there in around about 4 weeks time, in fact, when we head there for the final round on the 2nd of February. My goodness, 4 weeks time, 2nd of February. Hopefully this year does not fly by too quickly like the last did. But anyway, either way, we're looking forward to everything that we've got to bring you this year. And thanks very much to those of you who joined us. Of course, thanks very much to our partners, Virtual Motorsport Mentor, Chris Purnell, and the team, AFTERSHOCK PC, your rig, your choice as well as Ferguson Group Media. I'm Stuart, I'm out of here. It has been a long day and I'm looking forward to getting to bed. So I will see you next Tuesday evening for the first official round of the Australasia leg, last leg of the Aus Pro-Am Sim Series. Thanks very much to those of you who joined us, and we will see you next week.